after 3 overdoses at the same time at the Rock County Jail, officials are trying to draw more attention to fentanyl addiction. And we'll share how a new batch of graduates hopes to address a critical shortage in Wisconsin prisons and jails. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. Even the smallest dose of fentanyl can be fatal, and the drug is taking hold of communities all across southern Wisconsin. Oftentimes, users don't realize the danger until it's too late. Those are some of the headlines coming out of a discussion this morning in Janesville. Tahlil Muhaddin joins us now. Tahlil?
Eric, this morning's roundtable was made up of medical experts, law enforcement, federal agency officials, and recovering addicts, all joined in a common goal, discussing the challenges fentanyl has produced in Rock County and the measures needed to put an end to the overdoses.
We need to get the word out to people of how dangerous this drug is.
Leading a roundtable discussion on the dangers of fentanyl.
It's still finding its way into our communities.
Republican Congressman Brian Steele says traveling through southeastern Wisconsin, he knows the impact the drug has had.
It's far often too late for the moms and dads that I've talked to who've lost a son or a daughter.
Law enforcement officials say they've taken steps to keep the drug out of Rock County, measures like funding drug investigations and issuing significant penalties for misuse. But they still need people's help combating the problem.
It's really hard to imagine that we would get to the point where we are now, where a drug as deadly as fentanyl would become quite so prevalent.
Sheriff Troy Knudsen says because it's cheaper to make, fentanyl has found its way into all sorts of illicit drugs, catching users unaware.
But when it comes to fentanyl, the fun doesn't last very long. And once you get caught up in the cycle, you don't see anything else.
And Knudsen says the issue doesn't end with those battling addiction.
It's also fueling additional crimes like burglary, theft, and robbery.
On top of that, it's finding its way into the county jail. He says the drug, easier to sneak inside given its small size, was recently the cause of 3 overdoses happening all at once.
The situation looked very dire, very dismal, and I didn't have a huge amount of hope that we were going to be able to bring all of them back. I wasn't sure we were going to bring any of them back.
Luckily, officers were able to rescue all 3, but it was a close call no one at this roundtable wants to see repeated. Officials say the drug was the cause of 47 deaths in Rock County last year, and the sheriff says the jail alone is responding to about 1 overdose every 3 weeks. The Rock County Jail is currently looking at bringing in scanners to help identify the drugs before entry.
Tahlil, thank you. Let's check your certified most accurate forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Skies are sunny on the patio. The temperatures are comfortable, but there is some rain on the way for tomorrow. In the short term, though, visible cloud track shows all the clouds out to the west across Minnesota and Iowa, where there have been some showers and thunderstorms. You can even see this on Doppler track. Those storms around Waterloo, Iowa, heading to the south and southeast. Some more showers and storms in western portions of Minnesota, but those will stay to our west. So you can see the nearest rain still quite a distance from Grant County and not moving towards southern Wisconsin. Current temperatures, very comfortable. Madison right now, 77 degrees, 75 in Cottage Grove, 76 in Lake Mills. Just very comfortable temperatures out here. And to the west, a little bit warmer, 80 degrees in Black River Falls. To the east, a little cooler, closer to Lake Michigan. Temperatures around the 70-degree mark in Milwaukee and Waukesha. Otherwise, for tonight, look for mostly clear skies. Temperatures will fall from the middle 70s where we are now into the middle 60s by late evening, but the rain chances won't arrive until after sunup tomorrow. More on the timing of that and when we can expect some dry weather in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. The city of Madison and police are reaching out to people living on the north side, holding a discussion tonight about gun violence and community safety. The event just started about an hour ago. Armand Rahman joins us live from the city's north side with more on what they hope to accomplish tonight. Armand?
Yeah, Eric, that panel is actually in progress right now, and the message from the community here tonight is that they are fed up with the rise in gun violence. That's why 18th Ward Alderman Charles Miadzi invited people here to share their concerns with the panel, which includes Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and Police Chief Sean Barnes. Now, it may just sound like a gripe session, but organizers tell me that's not the case. Organizations are here with different resources, including youth outreach programs, Public Health of Madison and Dane County offering free Narcan training, and Moms Demand Action offering free gun locks. And it may sound intense, but one of the points that they wanted to hammer home is that it's everyone's responsibility, not just law enforcement's, to keep their communities safe. We'll hear from those organizations as well as some of the other residents about their concerns tonight on News 3 Now at 10. For now, live on the north side, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. Madison police say they've arrested a teenager after a string of bomb threats at Memorial High School earlier this year. Threats started in February, continued through April. None of those were considered credible, but they did disrupt classes for several days in a row. This morning, police said they arrested 17-year-old Joseph Garrison for the threats, as well as threats made to other schools outside of Dane County during that time. He's now been charged with 9 felonies, including 5 counts of bomb scares as party to a crime, 3 counts of making terrorist threats as party to a crime, and 1 count of attempting a bomb scare as party to a crime. Police also asking for your help in identifying this man. Now, this is a surveillance photo from an East Side apartment building where the man was seen pulling multiple envelopes out of a mail slot. Building management says several rent checks were stolen. If you know who this is or saw him on North Thompson Drive last week, you're asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers, area code 608-266-6014. A competency exam is being ordered for the man accused of sexually assaulting a woman on State Street. 22-year-old Ivan Smart is facing charges of first-degree sexual assault and false imprisonment as party to a crime. Prosecutors allege Smart and another man groped the woman without her consent as she waited for an Uber before taking the woman to another vehicle and driving away. The woman was eventually able to fight her way out of the vehicle. Smart's due back in court late next month for that competency hearing. More than 36 people graduated in Madison today, receiving a badge instead of a diploma. State corrections leaders hope those graduates can get to work ASAP inside understaffed prisons. Braden Ross shows us the staffing issues aren't unique to the state facilities. Counties are feeling the pinch as well.
That's Class 388, Wisconsin's largest graduating class of correctional officers this year. Their badge ceremony couldn't come soon enough for short-staffed state prisons, but county jails are hurting for help too.
It's just hard to get people to stay for long periods of time right now.
Last week, Greene County Sheriff Jeff Scatrud announced that his jail would no longer be accepting female inmates due to staffing issues. Scatrud says they've struggled to hire and keep jail employees. Today's DOC graduates can't help with county-level problems, but Secretary Kevin Carr is confident the overall problem is starting to turn around.
Our next class is going to be between 60 and 70 individuals that are going to be able to start to provide some much-needed relief to our overworked staff.
In March, Governor Evers announced a pay raise for state corrections officers, hoping to attract new applicants. But while more money doesn't hurt, graduates like Laura Schwartz really just want to help.
I know there's a lot of burnout, people are tired, and I like to help out.
Scatrud would take a fraction of the total state graduates today for his county problem. Still, he's hopeful to find the help he needs.
When you got really good people, you get through it, and we'll meet that challenge. We'll get staffed up, and we'll come out just fine on the other side.
The Department of Corrections says applications have been trending up since the beginning of June. Continuing our back-to-school coverage now, the CDC releasing new guidelines this afternoon that could have an effect on how schools handle COVID cases this fall. The relaxed guidelines say people no longer need to stay 6 feet away from others and do not need to quarantine if they come into close contact with an infected person. The CDC also dropped its recommendation that schools do daily testing for COVID, as well as its test to stay guideline that said students exposed to COVID could regularly test to stay in school. Masks continue to only be recommended in places where community transmission is considered high. Right now, Madison is in the medium category. Up next, you need to see it to believe it. DOT cameras caught the moment several drivers hit a group of porta potties that fell off a truck on the interstate. We'll hear from some of those drivers coming up. And later this school year will be here before you know it. Local doctors share the best ways to make sure your kids get off on the right foot. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
The more you buy, the more you save during Steinhaffel's Buy More, Save More sale. Start with store-wide savings of 35% or more, and then take an extra $100 off $19.99, $200 off $29.99, or $300 off your purchase of $39.99 or more. Mattresses, sofas, dining, bedrooms, and more. The more you buy, the more you're gonna save. So shop today in-store or online. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate summer with our hot summer sale. We're talking about sizzling savings of 22%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board for our hot summer sale. Save 22% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
It is the last thing you expect to see coming flying at you when you're driving down the interstate. At least 7 porta potties fell off a truck on I-94 near Milwaukee, scattering them across the highway and leading to several crashes. Nick Bohr has more from the drivers who couldn't believe their eyes.
DOT video shows the flatbed truck drive past the porta potties, sliding upright onto the westbound lanes Tuesday morning.
We've got a truck that's losing porta johns. We do have one caller who struck them and pulled over with
I see a porta potty flying back at me, and I try my best to swerve out the way, but it hits my driver's side. It causes me to pull over.
Alex Hilario says it happened so fast his mind was racing.
I was so shook. I was beyond shook. I was like, is that a porta potty? I'm like, where did it even come from? Did they just set it there? Because it was just standing. It was standing, but like rolling. So I was like, there's no way this is just possible. There's no way this makes sense.
Vern Hicks gave me pretty much the same reaction.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, there was what I didn't know what it was at first until I hit it, and I'm like, oh my God, I think I just hit a porta john in the middle of I-94.
His car also had serious damage and might be totaled. Over the next few minutes, cars and trucks hit nearly all of the porta potties, one leaving only fluttering toilet paper behind. You're probably wondering, yes, they were empty. Still, one of the responding deputies couldn't resist.
Given the magnitude of that crappy situation, I'll need 1039. Roger that.
The spill shut down the highway for a while. 4 cars had to be towed. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the company hauling the porta potties hasn't said anything yet about how exactly this happened. High school football teams across the state are getting ready for a new season, but one team in western Wisconsin was missing a rather important piece of equipment until other schools stepped in to help. The Black River Falls football team sent its helmets out for reconditioning in the spring, expecting them back by mid-July, but delays in the process left the team without any helmets when they started practice. The team's coach, though, was determined to keep them on schedule and put out a call across the state to help. Programs from Wautoma, St. Croix Central, and Ellsworth all chipped in to make sure the team had helmets for practice.
I was kind of surprised to hear that the helmets were coming from other schools. That's a great thing that they stepped up, and that's something I feel like Black River Falls would do if another school reached out to us.
Black River Falls hopes to have their own helmets back in time for the start of the season. After 2 years away, the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk returns to Madison in just a couple of weeks. Up next, Charlotte DeLeste has the story of a man who's devoted much of his life to helping people fight cancer. And the skies might be looking pretty clear now, but we could be dodging some raindrops soon. Gary will let us know. We need to take an umbrella to work tomorrow when we come back.
Throwback sale happening now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off Special Buy appliances, plus 5 years special financing and guaranteed delivery in 5 days on all in-stock appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
Hypnotize your way to savings.
Breathing techniques to help you save.
Looking to make saving a habit?
Yeah, what's the secret?
No secret. Just open a savings account at BMO and we'll give you a cash reward for every month you save.
A cash reward?
Just for saving?
Mm-hmm. And when you open a checking account, we'll give you a $300 bonus to get your new savings habit started.
Love that.
What's your book?
How to get a $300 bonus and a monthly cash reward for saving with BMO.
He literally wrote the book on saving.
That's me on the cover.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4Imprint. Yes. I like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer I love it, and 200 team member oh yes. Certainly. You know we got some brand new woohoos.
Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4Imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to awe and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yes. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items. Wow.
I love it. Woohoo!
Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4Imprint, for certain.
Wisconsin Save Big on Throwback Sale happening now at Ashley. Save up to 58% off doorbusters while they last, plus special financing for 5 years. Shop now to see our lowest prices in store at Ashley.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. The pandemic paused Susan G. Komen's signature fundraiser for 2 years, but now the More Than Pink Walk is returning to Madison this month. And you'll find one local business and family man in attendance who's ready to get his steps in for a future without breast cancer. Charlotte DeLeste shares his story.
It's rare to find someone who hasn't been touched by cancer.
I think just about everyone out there does, but my grandmother had breast cancer back in the 70s and a mastectomy and survived until she was 102.
Kendall Richards was a little boy when that happened, but remembers it well.
I think they were shocked that she made it past 5 years. And then after maybe 10, and I was pretty young at the time, but after 10, I think it was, kind of in the rearview mirror. I mean, I don't think it was a huge part of her life, but it certainly has impacted friends and other family members as well. So breast cancer is something that we all, have connections to.
And his connection has grown for well over 2 decades. His family and business, All Comfort Services, have been top fundraisers and supporters of Susan G. Komen's More Than Pink Walk and Race for the Cure, with the same goal as everyone else involved.
My wife and I have 3 beautiful daughters, 30, 28, and 26, and I think that the thought of, doing something that's going to impact them, and trying to find a cure, trying to help find a cure.
Which is why Richards is thrilled the walk is coming back after a 2-year hiatus.
It's an amazing day. They have all their survivors are there. It's really a way of remembering people that have passed as well as cheering on people that are still fighting it.
And what makes this event even more amazing is the experience. The experience of meeting people we can all get behind.
When you're participating in any program, and with Susan G. Komen, you meet people that have been impacted, people that are fighting the fight. And you find these amazing people that have the strength not only to fight their fight, but to help others fight their fight and help fundraising. So, I have, countless number of friends that are out in the breast cancer survivor community and some that have passed. So, it means a lot to me personally.
That was Charlotte reporting. The More Than Pink Walk, 9 a.m. Sunday, August 28th at Alliant Energy Center's Willow Island. Now's the time to sign up, to register, to walk, or donate. Just go to Komen.org. Let's go to Gary now to get a check on our certified most accurate forecast. Gary?
After a nice day today, tomorrow probably not as nice. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Some showers are on the way for tomorrow. Can't even rule out an isolated thunderstorm, but it will be cool. Cloud cover will keep the sun away and keep temperatures down to around 70 degrees. It'll be in the 60s for much of the day. Then we'll warm up to the lower 80s on Saturdays. Winds briefly shift around to the south. Can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm on Saturday, but the chances that you'll stay dry are much higher than the chances that you'll see any wet weather. weather. And then we'll be mild and dry for much of next week. Temperatures will fall back in the mid to upper 70s. Be a chance of showers and thunderstorms toward the end of the week, but much of the week should be rain-free. High-resolution Doppler radar right now. Here's Madison, pretty much clear. Out to the west, you're having some showers and thunderstorms over parts of eastern Iowa, but notice the direction of movement to the south and southeast. They're staying away from us because the air is pretty dry across our state. So the next batch of showers and storms in Minnesota, probably following this batch as well into eastern Iowa, and it'll be a little while before the atmosphere moistens up to the point to where we can start seeing some showers reach the ground here. And future track precipitation shows two areas of heavier precipitation. The showers and storms out to the west tonight that'll track from Minnesota into eastern Iowa, and another batch later tomorrow night into early Saturday morning that'll favor mainly northern and central Wisconsin into northeastern portions of the state. Again, some of those thunderstorms could bring some heavy downpours to about an inch of rain, but we're kind of in between. So most of us will probably see some light precipitation. Many of us will see less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, and some areas could see perhaps up to 1/4 of an inch of rain in a heavier shower or thunderstorm, but that's by far is going to be the exception. Notice the upper level winds coming right out of the northwest. So the air is much drier coming in from Canada, so there's not a lot of moisture for these showers and storms, and it's also keeping the heat back to our south and west and allowing some cooler Canadian air to come in. So the temperatures have still been very hot into the 90s over parts of Nebraska into Kansas. In fact, triple-digit heat as far north as Rapid City, South Dakota. This warm front is what's generating the showers and storms, but it's moving very slowly to the north and east. And again, Saturday will probably be the day where we get into the warmer air briefly, but right now, enjoy the comfortable temperatures that are mainly in the mid-70s to around 80 degrees. Tomorrow, though, more clouds, and that'll keep our high temperature down to 70 degrees. See some scattered showers, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm. Timing this out on Future Track, this starts early tomorrow morning. Lots of clouds by that point. You can see the showers and storms weakening as they push into southern Wisconsin. Again, the air a little bit drier here, but we can't rule out at least a shower or an isolated thunderstorm. Then that next batch Friday night, staying mainly to the north and to northeastern Wisconsin. Again, can't rule out a couple of showers and storms across the rest of the area. And then on Saturday, we'll see some breaks in the clouds and winds at least briefly out of the south, getting our temperatures into the lower 80s. Precipitation generally pretty light, less than 1/10 of an inch unless you get a heavier thunderstorm in southern Wisconsin. Otherwise, 7 to 10 day forecast back to the 70s starting on Sunday. Again, dry for much of the week, rain chance Thursday afternoon into Friday, and then dry for next weekend.
And coming up in sports, it's another comeback season for Isaac Guerrero, while the Badger running back says he's using all the time spent rehabbing as fuel this fall. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on shoulder pain relief.
I want to share my story so others can know that they are not alone.
When my mom and dad were first expecting, the pregnancy had complications and there was very little chance of survival. My mom's health was at risk too. She chose to end the pregnancy.
It was my decision, not some politicians.
Every woman should have the right to make her own decision. And I'll fight alongside you every step of the way until you do. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Outlets at the Dells, an attraction not to be missed. With over 60 of the world's biggest brands, we thrill family vacationers, trendsetters, and all who love a smoking hot discount. We are all about the thrill of the deal, the joy of finding the thing you forgot to pack, the backpack that the kids really, really want, the sneakers that make PE class the most awesome, and the discounts that no one else can touch. Get the first day look they want and save up to 70% off everything for back to school. Visit outletsatthedells.com for coupon and details.
Why do dermatologists choose Dove?
The Dove Beauty Bar is gentle, not only cleans, hydrates my skin.
As a dermatologist, I want what's best for our skin. With 1/4 moisturizing cream, Dove is the #1 bar dermatologists use at home.
At McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. At McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
News 3 Now primary election coverage brought you everything you needed to know. The latest results, team coverage of the key races, reaction, and analysis. That's why your local election headquarters is News 3 Now.
The words defending, reigning, even national champions have been cut out of the Wisconsin volleyball team's vocabulary. It's a new year and a new team, and Jordan Reed caught up with the Badgers during their first week of practice and has more on what this group will talk about.
New year, new faces.
We're making this our own team.
New mindset.
Playing ground is even. You know, nobody's won anything yet. Nobody's lost anything. There's no really rankings at all. So it's really just kind of getting after it all at once, and we're all ready to compete.
While many view the Badgers as the defending champions, that's not how they see themselves.
We're not the defending national champs. Like, we're a whole different team. Like, we are us. Like, that was last year's team. This is a whole new chapter, a whole new start. So no pressure, just go out there and play.
And now that practice and prep for the upcoming season has officially begun, it's all about
progress. You know, 1% better every day, every drill, every pass, every set. You know, we want to get better.
So they can forge a new path. In Madison, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
When Isaac Garendo is healthy, he can show off his game-breaking speed and make plays on the field like this. But the problem for the Badger running back has been staying healthy. He played in just 11 games over his first 3 seasons because of hamstring injuries, and then last year missed the final 9 games after fracturing his foot in warm-ups at Illinois. That injury caused him to miss spring practice, but Garendo is back on the field for fall camp and is finally feeling healthy. And coming back from yet another injury, he's using all that adversity as fuel when he's on the field.
I like to use it to my advantage, you know, as just like a mental fuel, you know, just to use that edge that I have on people, because, you know, it's like, you know, people who haven't been through what I've been through, you know, they don't have that extra edge that, you know, like, this opportunity could be my last, you never know. So, I mean, you know, just keeping that edge, keeping that mentality every single play, you know, practice.
And after 8 seasons in the NFL, James White has announced he's retiring. The former Badger was drafted in the 4th round by the Patriots and spent his entire career in New England, where he won 3 Super Bowls. White was a 4-time team captain and racked up over 4,500 total yards and 36 touchdowns. And how about this? 8 years, never lost a fumble.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going out on top.
Yeah.
You know, 8 years, very good years. Still has his health. He's still young.
3 Super Bowls.
He had quite a run, didn't he?
3 Super Bowls. I was going to say that
is a good run. Final check, Gary.
Right now, things pretty quiet here. There's the live view from the WISC Skycam looking off toward the east with mostly clear skies. Platteville, Queen Bee Radio Skycam. Some cloud cover on the far western horizon. Those are some showers and thunderstorms over parts of eastern Iowa. Still quite a distance off, and they're not moving in our direction. Right now, temperatures lower 70s near Lake Michigan, near 80 out to the west. Madison kind of in between at 77. Look for temperatures to drop to the mid-60s by late evening.
Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening, and we'll be back tonight at 10.